This is how I lose 15 pounds of body fat after every single summer in just 60 days, because you've probably had a great summer. Holidays, social events, meals out, drinks with friends. Now the belly feels softer, your shirts are tighter, and perhaps when you sit at the desk like this, you catch yourself pinching the kind of the rolls of fat, and when you lean back on the chair and you stretch your arms overhead, you know what I'm talking about, your t-shirt pulls up over your belly, and you don't like what you see. But you do want to drop the belly fat and get pretty lean, the type of lean that kind of looks sharp, demands respect, and has you feeling confident in life's endeavors. Now this won't happen by starving yourself or living in the gym, let me tell you that for free, but it will happen by following the 4 clear steps in this video that work even if you're crazy busy. But you might be thinking, I don't have time to lose the weight right now, Harry. And look, I get it. I run a business. I work 80-hour weeks. I still manage to get in shape and stay in shape. In fact, I've actually helped over 900 executives and business owners, engineers, dads, all lose fat, build muscle, and keep it off, even when their schedule is packed. So let's get into it. To lose fat after summer, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Now, imagine your body is like a car that just stays turned on, just ticking away. And every day, even if you just sit still, your car uses up some petrol just to keep the engine running. That's called your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. Now, if you drive the car around a little bit, which is like the equivalent of you walking, moving, exercising, playing sports, or just digesting food, you burn even more petrol, your calories. That's your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. To lose fat, you need to use up more petrol than you put in, and that means eating a little less food than the energy your body uses. Here's a simple way to work this out and work out how much fuel, calories you burn. Take your body weight and times it by a number. But not just any number. Let me tell you the number. If you don't move much in your day, you're pretty sedentary and you sit down all day, just multiply it by 13. But if you move a little bit more and you maybe work a bit more of an active job, multiply it by 15. So if someone weighs 180 pounds and doesn't move a lot, you would do 180 times 13, and that number will be on screen because my maths isn't that great. Okay, that's gonna be your daily fuel. But if you're someone who weighs around 200 pounds and moves a lot more, then multiply it by 15, which again, number on screen. Maths is not my strong point. But then to lose fat, we just need to remove some calories or remove some petrol by eating about 500 to 700 calories less each day. So once I've worked out my total daily energy expenditure, I will subtract 500 to 700 calories to start here, and I will start losing body fat fast, like I do every year. I do this. So 3,000 minus 700 would be 2,300 calories, and this would be your calorie deficit. The calories are your budget. Your macros, your protein, carbs, and fats are kind of how you spend that budget. Now, your most important macro, protein. So you want to eat around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. For me, at 200 pounds, this would be around 200 grams of protein, which is easily done with a shake and 3 balanced meals of chicken, fish, red meat, eggs, Greek yogurt. Really simple, really easy. So don't tell me you can't eat 200 grams of protein. It's quite straightforward. Protein helps preserve muscle while you lose fat, and it keeps you fuller for longer, so you don't unnecessarily snack on loads of rubbish food. One key real bonus tip here is you burn the majority of your calories just resting. This is your BMR, your metabolism. And what we work on with our members inside Lean for Life is optimizing their metabolic rate so their body burns more fat for them and acts as like a really well kind of oiled and fine-tuned engine of the car. And if you do want a quick guide for free showing you just how we do that, just DM me metabolism on Instagram and I'll send that over. But next up, your training. No, you don't need to do 6 sessions a week or hours and hours of cardio. That's crazy. I train 3 times per week, 45-minute full body strength sessions, focused, efficient, and intense. And that's really all you need. We use a method called intelligent load progression in these sessions. So this is like a structured approach to kind of gradually overload the muscle. For example, if you were doing 40 kilos for 8 reps one week or last week, the target isn't to just arbitrarily add weight, but to first earn an additional rep to 9 this week before advancing the load. This ensures consistent strength gains while minimizing injury risk and maximizing muscle adaptation. Progress equals results. Because not only does more lean muscle look great and more strength, it's brilliant and that's important for health and well-being, but more lean muscle equals a faster metabolism, and that means more calories are burned even at rest. You see where we're going with this now, right? And that's how you build a body that burns fat on autopilot. Now, eventually the scale might stop moving, and that's completely normal, so don't get on the phone and start ringing me and saying, Harry, my weight isn't moving. Like, that's normal in any fat loss phase, and it's what we call a plateau. Now, here's how to break out of that plateau to keep losing the body fat, because that's what we want to do here. You want to just drop your calories slightly by adjusting carbs or fats. Keep your protein high, just aim for a reduction of 25 grams of carbs throughout the day. That's 100 calories less, and a small drop in carbs can help you kick on in this journey and lose a bit more body fat. Or you can increase your deficit further by just adding 10 to 15 minutes of low intensity cardio, like incline walking at the end of your training session. Because low intensity cardio doesn't increase hunger like HIIT cardio. That is HIIT cardio, no. Okay, we don't want that. You know, when you've done like a super intense spin workout that's been ran by a PT who isn't actually in shape themselves. You know the ones I'm talking about. But you come out sweating and you're hungry, so you grab a healthy snack, which is a lot more calories in it than what you just burned in the workout. Why would you do that? Why? But less cardio, on the other hand, doesn't make you hungry, but still burns the calories. Or finally, you could actually just increase your daily steps by 1 to 2,000 on top of what you are currently doing. All of these methods just help you break out of that plateau. So don't panic, okay? Don't get upset, just tweak and then keep on going. Now, I know you might still have some social occasions coming up, even after summer. You know, you probably still have a life, and these don't need to get in the way. Believe me, they don't. You just don't cancel your social occasions or events and hide away. Don't do that. That's not what we want. We just need to use something called calorie banking. Now, take this graph here that I'm hoping we're going to pop up on screen. And let's say you're eating 2,500 calories every single day to lose body fat. That's 17,500 calories over the week. But by cutting just 100 calories Monday to Friday, you've banked 500 calories. And that gives you 3,000 calories on Saturday for that dinner, wine or meal out. Still on track, still losing fat, still living life. And this method works for holidays as well, date nights and travel. It's how we keep results going without giving up everything that you enjoy. So if you want to lose that post-summer belly fat, this is the exact method that I would use myself. And it's the same method that's helped hundreds of men like Max, Dan, Lewis to get lean, strong, and confident. Now, if you want a full training video on our metabolic mastery method to help you shred fat and get in the absolute shape of your life, just click the link below and I'll see you in the next video.